Chapter 27. The Awakening.
Back in the television studio, Odessa spoke to Storyteller with excitement.
Our TV viewers have just seen the movie scene, where a game changer remembers he is a movie actor. It seems incredible, though, to think that they had all forgotten who they were.
Not really,
Replied Storyteller with a smile.
because they had only forgotten who their previous game characters were. They had simply started following different life scripts to their previous ones. Don't forget, we can become who we want to be in the greatest game of all. That is the reason why my book doesn't reveal the real name you go by in your everyday life, because I want moviegoers to discover that even the most famous of people are being recruited by the illumined ones to help save our world.
He then looked at her and said,
You are a wonderful example of how people can transform themselves into the game character they wish to be. Because in this lifetime you could have played many different roles. Life choices were presented to you, and you chose to follow the path you are now on. But I know you will agree that you could be living a very different life to the one you are experiencing now.
Absolutely.
She replied with honesty.
Because when I was younger, I battled with my lack of self-confidence and self-belief. If I had not worked on myself, I would not be who I am today. I hadn't thought about it before, but I can see what you mean now.
Storyteller then laughed as he asked,
So, would you say you imagined yourself into being?
and she replied with a look of amazement.
Yes.
So, you do realize then
He continued,
that if you had chosen to follow a different path for your life, you would have imagined yourself into being a different game character to the one that you are now.
Yes, I guess that would have been necessary, to fit into the different lifestyle I had chosen.
She answered.
Exactly.
He said excitedly,
So therefore, would you agree that every person who is alive today on our earth has imagined themselves into being who they are?
Oh wow.
She exclaimed with amazement.
I can see where you are going with your explanation. This is what the Kabarlian means when it says we live in a mental universe.
It is,
He replied passionately.
but at a much higher level than our current evolved minds allow us to comprehend. If we can all understand that we have imagined ourselves into being who we think we are, then it's time to expand our minds even more.
Odessa then asked eagerly.
What do you mean by that?
Storyteller replied with an energized voice.
If people have imagined themselves to be poor, then therefore poverty had to be imagined into being, for them to experience it. Naturally, for poverty to exist, then wealth must also coexist, because nothing can ever be without knowing what it is not. We have imagined all states of life experiences into our illusionary world, such as war and peace, abundance and scarcity, and most importantly, life and death. Without the perception of death, life as we know it would not exist. Both are necessary for us to advance in the greatest game of all.
Are you saying
She asked incredulously.
that we are imagining into being all these terrible experiences in life, such as poverty, violence, racism, and self-destruction?
Yes,
He replied quietly.
because it is our emotional states that create our life experiences. Fear creates negative responses, and love creates positive ones.
Odessa became energized as she said.
Let me get this straight then. You are saying that we have created our world to be what it is, through the imaginations of our minds?
He answered with a simple.
Yes,
Her eyes then lit up with this aha moment as she asked.
Is it possible to imagine our world to be whatever we desire it to be?
yes, we are already doing that now.
He replied.
But sadly, our vision for our world is limited by negativity, because our minds are dominated by fear. To create a better world and to move to the next level of the game of life, we must replace our fearful states of mind with a higher energy of love. If people stop seeing themselves as being poor, then poverty could not exist. Think abundance, be abundant. Think peace, enjoy peace. Think love, be love. Always remember that we create our life experiences through the perception of who we think we are and how we view our world as a collective vision. The renowned French philosopher Pierre Teilhard de Chardin said, "The most telling and profound way of describing the evolution of the universe would undoubtedly be to trace the evolution of love."
Odessa then asked enthusiastically.
Is this the special age for humankind, where many prophecies from the past will be fulfilled?
Yes, it is, but we must remember that it is the people of our world who will determine which prophecies will become our destiny. The advancement or destruction of humankind will be decided by ourselves.
Replied Storyteller.
Billions of Christians, along with many Islamic believers, have been waiting for the second coming of Christ to bring peace to our earth.
Storyteller then paused to ensure he had their full attention as he revealed.
That day is upon us now, and he has not come alone.
The world was shocked into silence by the enormity of this revelation, and he waited quietly for this knowledge to sink in before he continued to speak, using the inner power of his higher self.
Jesus and every other messenger of God, prophet and deity known throughout our history of humankind are here to awaken us to the next level of consciousness that is necessary for us to advance in the greatest game of all.
What consciousness is that?
Storyteller looked at the studio audience and said,
It is the consciousness of knowing that our true self is the all, and that our game characters can also one day become illumined ones with amazing abilities to travel far and beyond the spiritual realms. The great mind of Pierre Teilhard de Chardin summed this up when he said, "We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Someday, after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love, and then for a second time, in the history of the world, man will have discovered fire."
We have to open our hearts to love one another, don't we?
she asked passionately, and he replied,
Yes, because it is essential that our world unites as one. The reason the Illumined Ones are with us now is because of the tragic events that are happening around our world. But don't forget that they are not allowed to use their power to change our destiny. They have come to help us remember who we truly are by inspiring millions of people to spread this knowledge through the creativity of their different art forms. The higher purpose of the Illumined Ones has always been to help humanity understand that our true self is God, who is using our game characters to experience all aspects of life. We have to understand that the only way they differ from us is that their game characters successfully advanced to higher levels in the greatest game of all. They understood the power of love and used it wisely in their earthly lifetimes. When we love unconditionally, we are God, and as such, we would never consciously imagine poverty and war, violence and hatred into a world that we live in.
Oh wow.
exclaimed Odessa.
So are you saying that if we all imagined a world of peace and love for all, it would happen?
Absolutely.
Replied Storyteller fervently.
It is written that our focused creative thoughts must manifest, because the first principle in the Kybalion states, the all is mind, the universe is mental. Collectively, we have imagined our world into being what it is now, and collectively we can change it by the power of our combined vision. To become superhuman, we must raise our mental vibrations from fear to love, and imagine new, wonderful experiences into our world. Music, art, literature, dance, theater, and movies will flood our world with the wondrous imaginations of our higher selves who are seeking to free themselves from the trappings of our mind personalities and advance in the game of life.
Will Jesus and the Illumined Ones be leading us?
She asked breathlessly, and he answered,
No, their purpose has never been for us to revere them, because that denies us of realizing the power of who we truly are. They have come to help us open our minds to the truth of life. This is not about us following them. It is more about us joining them on the higher levels of the greatest game of all. We have been slow to evolve because we have always sought out others we perceive to be greater than ourselves, to be our worldly and spiritual leaders. It is time for us to take responsibility for our own lives and use our creative minds to achieve freedom from our fears and tribulations. If we fill our minds and hearts with love and embrace each other during this time of the apocalypse, the power of our own God self will be revealed within all of us, and a new amazing world will be born.
Storyteller then looked outside of her once again and called out.
Does that excite you?
And millions joyfully replied, Yes, 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 oh my God, yes. And he then asked,
And who is your God?
Their response shook the world, as the words, I am, thundered out of their mouths into the universe, and the Illumined Ones smiled their approval as they knew the awakening had truly begun.
Where do we go from here?
Asked an exhilarated Odessa, and he replied,
We must create in our imaginations an advanced world of love, and then live inside and outside of those visualizations, exactly as you have been doing in my book and the movie.
Oh wow.
She exclaimed jubilantly.
I think I finally understand what is happening. We have been living inside and outside of your imagination that's been created within your mind.
You have nearly got it.
He laughed.
But the absolute truth is that we are all living inside and outside of each other's imaginations. Always remember that our universe is mental, and all that we see, hear, smell, taste, and feel has been created by thought. If we cease to think, all we would know would be the blissfulness of being all there ever is, the all. The Illumined Ones use their imaginations to create history-changing lifetimes for themselves in their quest to raise humankind to a higher level of consciousness. Sadly, for thousands of years, followers have been writing themselves into their life stories without fully understanding their teachings, which has resulted in horrific religious wars. Thankfully, the Illumined Ones are here with us today to help us project a more advanced and exciting movie of life for our game characters. Our souls already know that we are all as one, and now we must fill our minds with that same knowledge. Let's use the powerful energy of love to conquer our fears, so that we can dismantle our weapons of destruction, embrace the starving people in our world, and heal our planet. We can use the ancient knowledge of the Kybalion to evolve to the next level of the greatest game of all, because we now have the power of knowing who we truly are. So, are we ready to evolve to a new exciting world?
He shouted out elatedly, and millions replied with joy, yes. Back in the San Francisco private hotel lounge, Game Changer couldn't contain his excitement any longer as he watched the TV interview, so he winked at where he thought the camera was hidden and screamed out jokingly,
"We can't hear you. Did you say yes?"
As he spoke, his smiling face suddenly appeared on cinema screens all around the world, and ecstatic theater audiences jumped up out of their seats and shouted back, "Yes, yes, yes, oh my God, yes." They were then quickly taken back to Odessa, who said cheekily,
I have a surprise for you, storyteller, because I have chosen the next song that we will be playing to the world.
Is that right?
He replied with amusement in his voice.
And what song would that be?
It is called We Had Learned to Love, and it was written by yourself many years ago.
She replied.
Does that song bring back any memories to you?
He looked taken aback as he answered.
That song was channeled through me when I was in my late 30s. I believe it was sent as a message to remind me that I had set myself a greater purpose for my lifetime. When I had finished writing that song, I was hopeful that past and present music stars would come together and record it to help unite our world with love.
It never happened at that time then?
She asked sympathetically, and he replied with sadness.
No. Regrettably, our minds have a way of challenging our greater aspirations by drawing us back into the illusionary world of our game characters, where fear and self-doubt can destroy our dreams. I have tried many times during my lifetime to bring that dream of uniting our world to reality, only to come so close and yet be so very far away.
But you are doing it now in grand style.
She said admiringly.
And I have a very special surprise for you, because your audiobook now includes your personal home recording of that song.
He laughed as he asked.
Are you now writing my book for me?
Odessa smiled as she said.
I am doing more than that, because we are writing the ending of your story for you. If we didn't, we would be here forever, because we all know that you will always have another story to tell.
Storyteller chuckled as he said.
I love the way people are writing themselves into this story, and I am intrigued in how my story ends.
You and the illumined ones will love it.
She replied.
Because the people of our world are now ready to advance to the next level of the greatest game of all.
She then called out.
Don't you all agree?
And millions of people from all nationalities replied with joy. Yes, 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 oh my God, yes.
She then pointed to the TV monitors and said, have a look at the exciting scenes that are happening on our planet. Humanity has discovered its power and is demanding peace from global leaders. Massive amounts of aid and resources are being sent to the refugee camps, and people from all around the world are now dancing and singing in the streets to a new anthem of love. Listen to the song they are singing, storyteller, because they are singing your song that has now been recorded by the greatest artists of all time.
Tears streamed down his eyes as he saw the love that was being shared by people of all nationalities and religions. Odessa then said passionately,
Everyone has written themselves into your book and have united together as worldians. Don't you think that this is a wonderful way for your story to finish, with people singing your song that was the beginning of our One World Love movement?
I guess so.
He replied quietly, overawed by the vision he was watching.
But it is also wonderful to know that as my story ends, a new exciting story for our world begins.
He then sat back with amazement as he watched on the TV monitor a video clip of famous global music stars singing his song, We Had Learned to Love, which had now become an anthem for the One World Love movement. The illumined ones looked unapprovingly, and Muhammad said,
Channeling that song through him was a stroke of genius.
And Jesus replied humorously,
You are not wrong, but I guess that is expected of us considering we know who we truly are.
They all laughed as Buddha then said,
They are all going to love the next level of the greatest game of all, if they can eventually advance to it.
What other options do they have?
Replied Krishna.
I believe they are well on the way, and it will be music that will take them there.
Hermes Trismegistus smiled wisely as he added positively,
They will succeed if humanity continues to sing songs about love, peace, and happiness for all, as they are doing now.
The illumined ones agreed as they once again listened to people singing the song that had finally inspired Storyteller after 30 years plus to write a book to help save the world.
No children cried out.